Hello students, today we are going to dealing about the topic adsorption. We have already learned about this particular topic in the previous video, isn't it? In the BSc final year, we are having mainly of 3 sessions. In that first one is there, that is organic, inorganic and then of physical. And in the physical session, we are having our topic that is nothing but surface chemistry, which is having its weightage is about 8 hours. Okay, and in this topic we going to see which are the phenomena related to the surface chemistry itself, isn't it? So in the surface chemistry we will going to deal, or we have already saw some terms regarding the surface chemistry. So which are those terms? In that we first saw what is the meaning of adsorption. Adsorption is nothing but accumulation of gas, liquid or solid on the surface of solid, which called it is as a what? Adsorption, isn't it? Again next we saw the next term, that is nothing but absorption. Absorption is nothing but assimilation of molecules throughout the surface. Absorption, next term we saw which one? Absorption. Adsorption is nothing but what? It is nothing but accumulation of molecules on that particular surface of solid, liquid or solid, isn't it? This is accumulation of molecules on the surface of solid. This may be of gas, this may be of liquid, this may be of solid. We call it as an adsorption. The next, absorption, assimilation of molecules throughout the body. We call it as a what? Absorption means throughout the body assimilation of molecules can be takes place. Third term is there, that is nothing but which one? Sorption. Sorption is nothing but this particular adsorption as well as adsorption, if occurs simultaneously, we call it as an sorption process. When you take this particular chalk, when you deep breathe this particular chalk in a what? Ink. Consider this is a particular blue ink. In this ink you have dipped one chalk over here. What will happen over here? Here consider this is our chalk, and on the surface of this particular chalk we are having our blue ink as it is. Blue surface of the chalk become blue in nature, and inside of that particular chalk molecule our solvent particles just move inside of that. Means in the blue ink, the blue dye containing solvent as a water itself, that solvent can be present inside of that particular chalk. So whatever the surface containing our chalk is blue dye, this is our blue ink containing dye, and inside of that chalk we are having our water as a solvent over there. It means assimilation of molecule throughout that particular solid body. We call it as a what? Absorption, isn't it? And surface of that particular solid, accumulation of molecule on the surface of solid, that we call it as a what? Adsorption. This particular both phenomenon can be occurs in the same thing. We call it as a what? Sorption. Third phenomena is there, that is nothing but desorption. Here desorption is nothing but what? This is another one term where release of adsorbed as well as absorbed substance from the adsorbent into the surrounding medium is called it is as a what? Desorption. Means when it will be goes on releasing, consider this is one of our soft substance which is containing adsorbed as well as adsorbed substance. Release of this adsorbed as well as absorbed substance from that particular already absorbed, that we call it as a desorption. It is a reverse phenomena of our sorption. It is reverse phenomena of our sorption itself, that we call it as a desorption. And next term is that is nothing but occlusion. We have already saw this. Occlusion is also nothing but, it is nothing but which is a similar meaning of adsorption itself, but it is restricted to the sorption of gases on the metals itself. Consider we are having one of the metal unimolecular palladium, on that H2 gas metals, just sorption of H2 gas will going to take place. Consider this is our palladium metal, and on that H2 gas just can be absorbed. This is nothing but our example of occlusion itself. Okay, now the next term we are going to dealing over here, that is nothing but types of adsorption. Let's we see the types of adsorption. This particular part we have already saw the previous case, isn't it? Surface chemistry, meaning of adsorption, absorption, sorption, desorption and occlusion. Now the next part let's we see of this particular thing or today's class, that is nothing but types of adsorption. Next part let's we study types of adsorption. Depending upon the force act in that particular adsorbate and adsorbent, we are mainly having two types of adsorption. They are nothing but physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. Okay, for regarding this on, let's we see some difference. Here type of forces between adsorbate and adsorbent. Adsorption may be classified mainly into two types. That is nothing but first type is there physical adsorption, and second type is there, that is nothing but chemical adsorption. Okay, physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. So let's we see the difference in between these two. First difference in the physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. Here adsorbate molecules are held on the surface of adsorbent by weak van der Waals forces. Here first difference is adsorbate molecule held on the adsorbent molecule by which forces? By weak van der Waals forces. By weak van der Waals forces. This is the first difference, which is that adsorbate molecule, here adsorbate molecules held on the adsorbent, on the surface of adsorbent by weak van der Waals forces. Then adsorbate molecules held on the surface of adsorbent by strong chemical bond. Here first difference is which one? Here adsorbate molecule, held on the surface of adsorbent by strong chemical bond. This is the first major difference. So what is this particular says? Here what I have told, we have already know that, consider this is a particular solid surface which is present. This is solid surface and on which molecule just get adsorbed, isn't it, on the surface. So on adsorbate molecule which are present on the adsorbent, it means this is our adsorbent. Okay, this is our adsorbent and on which this particular adsorbate is present, isn't it? So this particular adsorbate molecule which is there present on the adsorbent by weak van der Waals forces and in its chemical adsorption by strong chemical bond. Here the in between these two, the force which is present in this physical adsorption, it is weak van der Waals force, and in the chemical adsorption it is strong chemical bond. Okay, here let's we take an example for both. Here adsorption of NH3 molecules on the surface of animal charcoal. Consider if it is NH3 here, consider if it is NH3 molecules. You consider this is an NH3 molecules and this is our animal charcoal. In between these two we are what having? Weak van van der Waals forces. But here if you took an example, here example is there, that is adsorption of hydrogen on the surface of palladium. Here they have took example, we have already saw that particular example. Here this is our palladium, and on the palladium hydrogen molecule just get adsorbed. This is the example for chemical adsorption. Okay, this is about the first difference. Now let's see the second difference. Second difference is nothing but it is non-specific. It is non-specific and it is dependent on nature of adsorbate. Okay, it is non-specific and depends on nature of adsorbate. Nature of adsorbate. It is non-specific and depends on nature of adsorbate. Adsorbate, this is our adsorbate which can be adsorbed on the surface of adsorbent, that we call it as an adsorbate. It is depend upon the nature of adsorbate. Okay, then second difference for chemical adsorption is nothing but it is highly specific. It is highly specific and depend upon both adsorbate as well as adsorbent. It is highly specific and depend upon the both case, adsorbate as well as adsorbent. Okay. In the third difference, here in this physical adsorption, equilibrium is radially attained. Means sometime attained, sometime will not attain. Third difference is equilibrium radially attained. Equilibrium attained radially means sometime attain, sometime will not attain. Here in the chemical adsorption, third difference is nothing but equilibrium is attained slowly. Equilibrium attained slowly. Here equilibrium stage can be reached, but equilibrium can be reached slowly. Here we are seeing the types of adsorption: physical adsorption, chemical adsorption. Adsorbate molecules held on the surface of adsorbent by weak van der Waals forces. Adsorbate molecule held on the surface of adsorbent by strong chemical bond. Chemical adsorption. Here in the physical adsorption, it is non-specific and depends only on the nature of adsorbate. This is our adsorbent and this is our adsorbate. It is depend upon the nature of adsorbate. But in case of chemical adsorption, it is highly specific and depends upon the both adsorbate as well as adsorbent. Here in this physical adsorption, equilibrium stage can be attained readily. In this case, with chemical adsorption, here equilibrium stage can be attained very slowly. Okay, these are mainly three differences. Again, we are continuing here itself. I will revise once again, don't worry about it. One by one, here mainly we are having 9 to 10 differences. So we are dealing this. Now let's see the fourth difference. Fourth difference, here we are seeing the physical adsorption. Here we are seeing chemical adsorption. Here fourth difference is nothing but, in this case it is reversible in nature. Physical adsorption, it is reversible in nature and chemical adsorption. Fourth difference, it is irreversible in nature. It is irreversible in nature. Now, irreversible means once the stage can be reached, it cannot come back. Irreversible stages can be come back, means again it comes into their original position, isn't it? Next, fifth point is nothing but heat of adsorption is small. Here, heat of adsorption is very small, that we also call it as in delta H. Adsorption is small, that is only 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. In this physical adsorption, heat of adsorption is very small, 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. Here, heat of adsorption is large. I will write here delta H. Maybe varies from 80 to 400 kilojoule per mole. This is fifth difference. Sixth difference is nothing but occurs readily at low temperature. It can be occurs readily. We already know that according to Le Chatelier's principle, that is the Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, occurs readily at low temperature. And here sixth point, it can be favors at high temperature. This is sixth point. Now seventh point, increasing of pressure, adsorption goes on increases. If you increase the pressure, rate of adsorption also goes on increases. But in case of chemical adsorption, no effect of pressure after formation of unimolecular layer. After formation of unimolecular layer. Okay. Now next point. Here eighth point is nothing but multi-layer adsorption. Here layer on layer can be formed, so it is multi-layer absorption. Here eighth point, it is unimolecular layer of adsorption. Unimolecular layer of adsorption means here layer upon layer, multi-layers will going to form, but it is only one layer, that is unimolecular layer of adsorption. Next ninth point is nothing but activation energy is very small. Activation energy is very small. Here 9th point, activation energy is high. Activation energy is high. And last one example. Here let's see the example. NH2, adsorption of NH2 on animal charcoal. Here adsorption of H2 on palladium sheet. Isn't it? Let's see once again these all. Here physical adsorption. First three difference we saw. First one is there. Here adsorbate molecule held on the adsorbent by weak van der Waals forces. Here in the chemical adsorption by strong chemical bond. And now next second one is there. It is non-specific, depend only on the nature of adsorbate. It is a highly specific, depends upon both adsorbate as well as adsorbent itself. Third difference is there, equilibrium is readily attained. Equilibrium stage can be reached slowly. Now fourth difference, it is reversible in nature. It is irreversible in nature. Fifth, heat of adsorption, that is delta H, enthalpy is small, that is 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole. Here heat of adsorption is comparatively large, that is 80 to 400 kilojoule per mole. Here radially it can be here physical adsorption occurs radially at exclusively low temperature, but it can be favors at high temperature. Sixth point. Now seventh point which will be there. Pressure how it can be goes on increases. Physical adsorption, the rate of adsorption also goes on increases. Here no effect of pressure at all after the formation of any molecular layer of adsorption. One layer will going to form of adsorption. After that there is no any effect of pressure can be occur at seventh point. 8. Multi-layer of adsorption means layer after layer here adsorption will going to form, but it is an unimolecular layer of adsorption, chemical adsorption. Next, activation energies of very small. Here activation energy comparatively high in nature. Here example, nitrogen when it can be adsorbed on animal charcoal is an example of physical adsorption. Here chemical adsorption. Here hydrogen can be adsorbed by palladium sheet. This is an adsorption of chemical adsorption. And these are some difference and types of adsorption, that is physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. I hope you have understood this term. Okay, now the next term we will going to deal, that is nothing but adsorption of gases on the solid. Adsorption of gases on the solid. Let's restart the next term, adsorption of gases on the solid. Here adsorption of gases on the solid depends upon the mainly following factors. It can be depends upon first point, nature of adsorbate. Nature of adsorbate. Let's we see, sorry, not nature of adsorbate. It is first can be depend upon the nature of adsorbent. We have already saw which are the adsorbent can be present, just like of alumina is there, silica gel is there, animal charcoal is there. That particular adsorbent, they are having their different degree of porosity. Means small pores which are available over here, on which the adsorption will going to take place, isn't it? Based on that porosity, here adsorption of gases on the solid surface can be depend. It means what I am going to deal over here, the gases. Let's take an example over here. Ammonia is there, NH3. It can be adsorbed by what? Animal charcoal. Here we can take an example. The adsorbent just like of which animal charcoal. Animal charcoal is there. Next is there alumina gel is there. Animal charcoal, alumina gel. Okay, next another one is there, that is nothing but adsorptive substance, silica gel, alumina. Silica gel is there. Okay, these are some adsorbent. These adsorbent, they are very effective as an adsorbent because of higher porosity. These are very effective adsorbent. Why? Because of higher porosity. Higher the number of porosity, higher the rate of what? Adsorption. See, consider this is our animal charcoal. We are having the higher rate of porosity over here. So, adsorption of this particular NH3 can be takes place at high rate. This is our adsorbent, isn't it? And NH3 is our what? Adsorbate. So, higher the degree of porosity, higher is the rate of adsorption. So, how it can be depend? The substance just like of animal charcoal, alumina and silica gel which is there, they are having a higher degree of porosity. So, adsorption can be occurs readily at high. The existence of residual force or valencies acting along the surface of solid is increases. Here, existence of residual force or valencies acting along the surface increases, so adsorption also goes on increases. What we are going to deal over here, adsorption of gases on the solid, it mainly depends upon some factors. In that first factor, nature of adsorbent. Here adsorbent is nothing but on which adsorbate can be attached or just formed over there, accumulate over there on that particular surface. This is a solid surface. We are having adsorbent, good adsorbent just like of animal charcoal, alumina, silica gel which are having higher degree of porosity. Here what will happen? Higher the degree of porosity, existence of residual force or valencies acting around the surface of solid also goes on increases. As a result, adsorption also goes on increases. So this is one of the important factors which can be add or which can be effect on the rate of adsorption itself. That is adsorption of gases on the solid surface. Okay, this is about the nature of adsorbent. Now the second term is there, surface area of adsorbent. Second is there, surface area of adsorbent. Second factor is surface area of adsorbent. Let's see. We will going to deal the second factor, surface area of adsorbent. Here, adsorption of gases on the solid surface mainly depends upon the surface area of adsorbent. It means what? How much large is the surface area, that much large the accumulation of molecules on the surface of that particular solid itself. Isn't it? Getting my point what I am telling over here? The extent of adsorption goes on increases as the surface area of adsorbent increases. It means what? How large is the surface area of adsorbent? The extent of adsorption on the gases, extent of adsorption of gases on the solid surface also goes on increases over here. Getting my point here? What I want to tell you that the extent of adsorption of gas on solid increases as surface area of adsorbent increases. It means what? How the adsorption increases, surface area of adsorbent increases, in that way extent of adsorption also goes on increases. This is second point. Now the third point, we are dealing what here? Adsorption of gases. So third point is there, nature of gases. Okay, nature of gases. Let's see the third point. Nature of gases. Easily liquefiable gases just like of CO2, SO2, Cl2. Easily liquefiable gases. Easily liquefiable gases just like of CO2, SO2, Cl2 and H2, or we can take NH2. Just easily liquefiable gases just like of CO2, SO2, Cl2, H2, L2. It readily absorbed to a larger extent. These gases can be readily absorbed. Why? Due to strong van der Waals forces. Okay. Then that of which gases? Then that of, we are having an example H2N2 O2 CO N2 O2. Then that of such gases. This what the third point used to tell over here. The nature of gases, the easily liquefiable gases just like of CO2, SO2, Cl2 and NH3. They are easily adsorbed on the surface of solid itself. Why? Because of strong van der Waals forces. Then that of the gases just like carbon monoxide, En2, O2 and H2. Okay. These some gases are there. This is the next point, that is nature of gases. Now, fourth point is there, that is nothing but effect of temperature. Fourth point is there, that is nothing but effect of temperature.